Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Titans of Illinois Wesleyan. 5'6" junior number 10, Melissa Gardner. 5'7" sophomore number 11, Lexi Baltus. 5'8" sophomore number 14, Colleen McMahon. 6 foot tall senior number 23, Olivia Lett. And 5'8" senior number 41, Karen Solari. The Titans are coached by Mia Smith and enter tonight's game with an overall record of 12-4. And now the starting lineup for your Elmhurst College Blue Jays. 5'9" sophomore number 3, Devin Vaughn. 5'10" freshman number 11, Tess Goodhart. 5'5" sophomore number 23, Jordan Maisto. 5'11" senior number 32, Megan Markland. And 6 foot tall senior number 34, Megan Ney. The Blue Jays are coached by Tethny Carrillo, assisted by Todd Sherman, Scott Davis, Natasha Williams, and Matt Bernier. Elmhurst enters tonight's contest with an overall record of 14-2.
Good evening and welcome inside R.A. Faganell Hall here on the campus of Elmhurst College. I'm Matt Friedman with you on BlueJayTV.com, and we have a good one for you tonight in the women's game between the Blue Jays and the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. This is a battle for first place in the CCIW. Both teams with a 5-0 start in the CCIW, and for the Blue Jays, this is their first 5-0 start ever in the CCIW, their best start as a member of the CCIW, which began back in the 1986-87 season. And they will also be trying to end a drought in this series against Illinois Wesleyan. They have lost 10 consecutive meetings to the Titans. They have not won since back in 2006. And they will try to win today and take over first place all by themselves in the CCIW as they are on the court. And we are getting set for tip-off here tonight. As the Blue Jays come in with a 14-2 overall record, the Titans are 12-4. They're in the middle, and the tip is going to be won by the Titans. They're moving to the basket to the right. Gardner shoots a three. It's off the mark. It's going to be saved on the baseline. It's poked out of bounds by Megan Merklin, the senior for the Blue Jays. It will stay with the Titans. They're wearing their road green with the white numbers and letters. Inbound far side on the baseline. It comes around to the near side, Gardner. Gardner shovels it inside, led a fall away, missed from 10 feet, but a nice offensive rebound, and the Titans will get another shot at it. Just in the first moments of tonight's contest, playing for first place in the CCIW. Now a trap on the baseline. McMahon throws it away out of bounds, and it's going to the Blue Jays. They will have the ball for the first time. Wearing the light blue with the dark blue numbers and letters, white trim. Full court pressure, we will see this all night from the Titans. They create 21 opponent turnovers per game. That's best in the CCIW, and they have a turnover margin of better than 4. Now Merklin is trapped, and just before the half-court line, she falls down, no call. Solari drives in, the left-hand layup is good. Karen Solari, the 5'8" senior guard out of Park Ridge, Illinois, averages 5 points a game. Puts the first deuce on the board in tonight's contest, and now a foul is called. That's going to go on Olivia Lett, the 6' senior guard out of Pana, Illinois, the top scorer in the CCIW. She averages 20.7 points per game. That's the first foul of the contest. We see the trap as Maisto crosses half court. Nice lob underneath. Ney with the reverse on the assist from Tess Goodhart. Megan Ney ties the game at 2, just over a minute into it. Ney, who leads the club with 9.2 rebounds per night. on the right wing, dribbling with the left hand. McMahon goes all the way in, shovels up that left hand layup, missed it, and the rebound is going to be torn away by Merkland. Still battling through a double team. She needs to get rid of it, and now finally a foul has been called. Second foul on the Titans. It goes on Colleen McMahon. The Titans, coached by Maya Smith in her 14th season. She has had a ton of success here. A 713 win percentage, was the CCIW Coach of the Year 3 times. And coming into this season, as that's out of bounds, 4 straight CCIW titles for the Titans and 5 straight NCAA tournament appearances. They were 4th place in the tourney last season. A minute and a half into the action, tied at 2, and the inbound to Jordan Maisto as the Blue Jays are attacking the rim to your left. Top of the key with the basketball, that's Ney. Ney going to dribble it along the far side, stops inside the three-point arc, 8 seconds to shoot it. Maisto has it up top, swings it into Godhart, drives baseline, threw it up, no good, and rebound for Solari for the Titans. She'll push it ahead. Here's McMahon. McMahon driving in on the left wing and is shut off by Ney. Now they'll swing it to Solari, gets it inside, and let travel. It goes back to the Blue Jays in a substitution. Solari to the bench, and it's Michelle Bielek into the game for the first time, 5'9" junior guard out of Mount Prospect, Illinois. She averages 5 points a game. Devin Vaughn in the backcourt, ahead to Maisto. Maisto gets trapped. Here's where they need to break it, and they can't. It's thrown away. Driving it is Let. Let shut off on the right block. Goes behind the back. That's a pretty move. She'll score, and the foul. She went past Devin Vaughn with the behind-the-back dribble. And Vaughn is whistled for the foul, her first, and the first on the Blue Jays. Solette with the bucket. Leads the league in scoring, as I mentioned. 6.5 rebounds per game, which leads the Titans, and she was the CCIW Player of the Week for this past week. Her free throw to complete the three-point play touches every part of the rim, even the backboard, and it falls in. It is a 5-2 lead here for the Titans. 17:40 remaining in the first half as Devin Vaughn in the backcourt trying to beat the trap, and she gets bumped. That foul on Melissa Gardner. Already 3 fouls on the Titans with their aggressive full-court press, and it's getting them in foul trouble early. Maisto has it in the backcourt for the Blue Jays. Maisto, the 5'5" sophomore out of St. Charles, Illinois. Now this is Merkland trapped in the corner along the far side. It's out of bounds. It will stick with the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays won their 5th straight on Wednesday night, a 72-62 win over Milliken in Decatur. They trailed by as many as 13 in that game and closed the game on a 13-0 run to come away with the win. Milliken did not score in the final 3.5 minutes. Vaughn, a nice dish inside. Merkland will finish from the right block. Nice look from Devin Vaughn, who leads the team with 4.8 assists per game. And it was Merkland who scored it. She's the leading scorer for the Blue Jays at 19 tonight. Off the miss, Godhart runs it across the timeline. Now they break the trap. Merkland fires the 3 and buries it. Merkland with 5 straight points, and the Blue Jays have their first lead. It's 7-5, just over 3 minutes into it. Let tries the give and go, didn't get the ball back from McMahon. Now Let has it high on the left, looking to back down, shovels it underneath. And Gardner will recover, has it on the right wing. Let a long launch for 3, and there's the answer. Olivia Let has 6 points. She shoots 35% from behind the arc, had 26 points on Wednesday night as this Titans team is coming off an 87-53 win over North Central on Wednesday. They have won 9 in a row after a 3-4 start. That was Gardner's second foul, and already 4 team fouls on the Titans. 3 away from sending the Blue Jays into the 1-1, and there's still 16:25 left in the first half. It's an 8-7 lead for the Titans. A pass on the baseline. Ney back out Merkland. Merkland drives inside the arc. 3 in the air for Vaughn. Came up short off the front rim. On the rebound, a foul called against the Blue Jays. They're going to get Megan Ney with the slap on the wrist. Nope, it's Godhart, with the foul. her first, and that's 2 on the Blue Jays. Blue Jays trailing by a point. Still the starting 5 on the floor for the ladies in blue. Bringing it across the timeline is Brittany Hasselbring into the game, a 5'7" senior guard. Driving it underneath, Bielek gets shut off, and she traveled on the baseline. It goes back to the Blue Jays, trailing by 1, 8-7. And you see that full court pressure is set up. It's man-to-man defense in the full court. Merklin will be looking to inbound. The first Solari is going to check back into the game for the Titans. Elmhurst 3 of 5 from the field. Wesleyan 3 of 7 so far. 3 turnovers for the Titans, just 2 for the Blue Jays. 4 minutes into the ball game, Vaughn with a lob across, but this is picked off by Lett. Pulls up another 3. That one missed badly, and the rebound for Ney. They want to try to break that pressure, and they do back off as Maisto now will walk it across the timeline far side with light pressure. Puts it on the deck with the right hand. And directing traffic is Jordan Maisto. Now she'll dribble it along the near side. Vaughn to Ney. Godhart back to Ney, top of the key. Throws it into the corner. Vaughn along 2, missed, airballed it. And here's Solari running with the rebound. It's 3-on-2 if she hurries. She does underneath Hasselbring. She threw it away into the hands of Godhart. And now a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing the Blue Jays' way. They will get it back, trailing 8-7. And they will set up that full court pressure again. Will Illinois Wesleyan. This is a battle of the top 2 offenses in the CCIW. Illinois Wesleyan leads the league at 79 points a game. Elmhurst is at 66. And off the inbound, a steal. Hasselbring is headed to the line. Megan Merklin with her first foul, and that's 3 on the Blue Jays, so the fouls evening out here. 4 fouls on the Titans. We could see a lot of free throws in this one. Hasselbring at the line. She leads the league with an 86% free throw accuracy, and she calmly knocks down the first. Hasselbring did not play in the last contest for the Titans, averages 7 points a game, leads the team with about 4 assists, 2 steals. The second one follows the first one home, and it's now a 10-7 lead for Wesleyan. 15-10 left to play in the first half. In the backcourt, that's Nikki Schaefer, who's just checked in for the Blue Jays. They break the trap. Now Ney ahead to Vaughn. Vaughn drives it to the foul line, and she traveled. She saw Schaefer open on the right wing, but took an extra step. It's back to the Titans. That's turnover number 5 on Elmhurst, matching Wesleyan's total. Hasselbring brings it across the timeline. Left wing into the corner. Gardner up top. Solari. She'll kick it to the near side. Bielek looking inside for Lett. Instead back out to Gardner, who leads the league in 3-pointers made. Instead it's Bielek who launches and misses. Merklin with the rebound. Megan Merklin, who averages 6.5 boards a game, pulls that one down. The Blue Jays with the basketball trailing by 3. Merklin on the left wing. She'll serve it over to Ney. Now to Schaefer. Schaefer to Vaughn. To Merklin. 13 seconds left to shoot. Haven't had a lot of shot clock issues. Both teams getting shots off early in the clock. Baseline drive. That little floater missed from 15. Rebound is tapped to Gardner. The Titans want to push it. Hasselbring will pull up. Stops 18 feet from the hoop. Solari to the right wing. Driving Lett. Foul line. Jay knocked it down. Olivia Lett leading all scorers with 8 points. There's the trap again. Merklin to Schaefer, and Schaefer will break the press. Schaefer, a 5'10 sophomore guard out of West Palm Beach, Florida, averaging 4 points a game. Schaefer gets away from traffic to the left wing. Merklin to Vaughn. Vaughn wants to drive hard inside, and she goes to the deck. Was knocked to the floor, and that will be another foul on the Titans. That's 5. That was on Solari, her first. We'll see some substitutions. Maisto back into the game. Vaughn to the bench for the Blue Jays. Fiona McMahon in for the first time. For Elmhurst, McMahon, 6'1" freshman forward out of St. Charles, Illinois. 6 points, 6 boards, and leads the team with a block and a half per game. Schaefer has it on the left wing. The Blue Jays trailing by 5 at 12-7. Biggest lead of the game. Left wing Merkelin looking inside. McMahon has good post position, and they call her for 3 seconds. Merkelin, the senior, having a quick word with Fiona McMahon, the freshman. She had good position on that block, and Merkelin couldn't get it in there. So the 3-second call gives it back to Wesleyan. Across the timeline, Hasselbring. It's dumped down low to Jackson. Shelby Jackson, a nice spin move, and she'll put it in over the left shoulder. Jackson averages 6 points, 3.5 rebounds. A 6-foot sophomore out of Assumption, Illinois. The Blue Jays break the press this time. Here's Merkelin to Maisto. Maisto right of the circle. Tess Godhart driving inside, had it poked away. McMahon tries to save it. They scramble on the deck for it. Jump ball. It's going back to the Titans. 12:53 left to play in the first half. The Titans looking for their 11th consecutive win against the Blue Jays, and it would be a 10-game win streak in general. A 14-7 lead. McMahon and Solari return to the court for Wesleyan. They have the ball in a 7-point lead. This is a 9-0 run for Wesleyan. Along the far side is Gardner. Now it gets pushed to the right wing. McMahon drives to the foul line. Left side to Gardner. Fires it inside. Jackson backing down, middle of the lane. Turnaround, blocked by McMahon. Rebound, score, and a foul for Solari. McMahon with that great post defense that we've been used to seeing, as she's third in the CCIW in blocks, but it fell right to Solari, who scored it with the foul. The foul was on Godhart, her second, and that's 4 on the Blue Jays. Solari now with 4 points, averages 5 a contest, and now goes to the line where she's a 75%er. And she gets that one to fall. Solari with 5 points. This is a 12-0 run, and a timeout is called by the Blue Jays. We'll take a look at some of the numbers. It's now a 17-7 lead for the Blue Jays over Elmhurst. For Elmhurst, Megan Merkelin has 5 points, and Megan Ney has the other 2. But like I said, it's now a 12-0 run, and sometimes in these type of games, you're playing for the top spot in the CCIW, both teams with 5-0 records. And it's impressive what the Titans have been able to do coming on the road. And we've seen their defense. They like to force turnovers, and they've been able to do it throughout this contest so far, as Elmhurst now with 7 turnovers to just 5 for Illinois Wesleyan. So that was a little more even earlier, and now Wesleyan is continuing to force Elmhurst into turnovers. You can see how they make teams pretty uncomfortable on the offensive side of the ball. And field goal shooting, Elmhurst 43%, Illinois Wesleyan 46%. But again, 13 attempts on offense for Wesleyan and just 7 field goals attempted for Elmhurst. So the problem is not missing shots. It's that they're not getting into their offense, getting comfortable, and getting shots off. That has been the problem so far offensively for Elmhurst. They come out of the timeout. Again, it is a 17-7 lead, a 12-0 run that the Titans are on. And the Blue Jays will have the ball coming out of the timeout. They have Maisto, Vaughn, Schaefer, McMahon, and Merkelin on the floor. 12:32 left to play in the first half. CCIW action at R.A. Faganell Hall here in Elmhurst. In the backcourt, Maisto to Schaefer. They need to get this ball across. Vaughn will dribble and get out of it across the timeline, but you still see that ferocious defense. A foul is called. And that's Solari, who couldn't believe the foul called on her. Solari with 2 whistles on her. That's 6 fouls for Wesleyan. The silver lining right now for the Blue Jays is they will be going to the foul line for the rest of this half, and there's still 12-18 left in it. Maisto in the backcourt. Across the timeline, angles to the near side. Now she'll go back to the far side, give it off to Vaughn. Lob pass inside for McMahon is knocked away out of bounds and will stay with the Blue Jays. These are the top two teams in the CCIW, and you look in the stats, most offensive categories, these are the teams you see in the top two, at least in the big categories. Left wing, Vaughn. Vaughn holding the rock, now gives it to Merklin in the corner. Merklin holds it over her head, 10 seconds to shoot. Nice entry feed to McMahon. She turns around and lays it in on the left block. McMahon with her first two, and that breaks up a 12-0 run. It's now a 17-9 lead, under 12 to play in the first half. McMahon on the right wing, Jackson open for three, missed it off the back heel, and the rebound pulled down by Schaefer for the Blue Jays. They'll look to score on back-to-back possessions as Maisto pushes it across the timeline without pressure. Hands it off on the left wing to Vaughn. Vaughn up top, McMahon. To the right side, Schaefer puts it on the deck with the left hand. Vaughn fires the three. It's too strong. Rebound is in the air, and it's going to be plucked out of the air by Hasselbring. Long feet ahead. Pulling up with that jumper. Baltus missed it, and the rebound scraped down by McMahon. Ball poked out of bounds. It stays with the Blue Jays. You see that when the Titans miss a shot, they don't worry about the pressure. They just try to get back on defense. But now, after a dead ball situation or after a make, is when the pressure will come. Lett is back into the game for the Titans. Maisto has it in the backcourt, being covered by Gardner. Now she'll push it across the timeline. Maisto stops, gives it to Vaughn. Vaughn to the right of the circle is doubled, throws it inside for McMahon, knocked away but kept alive by Merklin for the Blue Jays. Maisto, this is Schaefer. Schaefer on the left wing inside the arc, 5 seconds to shoot it. Maisto to Vaughn, she needs to heave one and does. It's short, I don't think it touched anything. However, it's Titans basketball anyway, trying to build onto their 8-point lead. Nice pass to Solari, she goes in and traveled. Nice call by the official on the near side. Sometimes the tendency is to call a foul there, but clearly there were 3 steps taken. 10:32 to go first half. Schaefer sits down. Back into the game is Megan Ney for the Blue Jays. Vaughn behind the back dribble to break the press, but it's ripped away by McMahon. McMahon far side across the timeline in a hurry. Crossover dribble, and now she'll back it out. Left side, Solari dumps it down low. Good position for Lett. She had it poked away. It's a foul called on Vaughn. Really looked like she got all ball there. But it's going to lead to free throws for Olivia Lett. Vaughn's second foul, and that is 5 on the Blue Jays. Lett, an 83%er at the line. She'll flick the first one up and good. Lett now with 9 points, looking to creep into double figures, and she does. She's 3 of 3 at the line. The Titans are 4 of 4 as a team, and they have a 19-9 lead. This is a 14-2 run as Schaefer, breaking the trap, gets across the timeline. She's doubled. It just seems like at times as that ball is thrown away by Maisto. Is it just me, or does it just sometimes seem like the Titans have 7 or 8 players out there? That is how good their defense has been so far. There's a reason that they create all the turnovers that they do. The turnovers now at 8, make it 9 for Elmhurst, 6 for Illinois Wesleyan. Driving inside, Bielik underneath, and Lett will lay it in. Lett has 12 points to lead all scores. It is a 21-9 lead. Elmhurst threw it away again. They want a timeout. Scoreboard here says 19-11, but our scoreboard's right. It says 21-9. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it right here. As those turnovers are building up for Elmhurst, they have 9, Illinois Wesleyan with 6. Elmhurst shooting 40%. It's 44% for Illinois Wesleyan. And Wesleyan being led by Olivia Lett. She has 12 points, has 2 steals so far, Let's see who else is leading them. Colleen McMahon also with 2 steals, as they have stolen the ball 6 times now. Lett is 4 of 6 from the field. And you can see why she was the CCIW Player of the Week and leads the league in scoring over 20 points per night. To gather those Player of the Week honors, she had 26 points in the win on Wednesday. And her past 2 performances before that, 22 and 21. So she's pretty consistent, if nothing else. 9.5 left to play first half. It's a 21-9 lead for the Titans. They have the ball. They attack the rim on the right. Outside the arc, it's McMahon. Dribbles with the left hand to the left side. Now into the corner. Gardner launches and hits a 3. Melissa Gardner is on the board. She is first in the league in 3-pointers made. Shoots 45% from behind the arc. Now a foul, and the Blue Jays are headed to the line for a 1-and-1. So if they want to get back in this ball game, the foul line would be the place to start. It's a 19-2 Titans run. At one point, it was 12-0. It's Megan Ney at the line for 1-and-1. She's a 55%er. She'll send it up and in. Ney now with 3 points. First free throws tonight for Elmhurst. Wesleyan 4 of 4 at the stripe. Ney knocks both of them down. Shelby Jackson back on the floor for the Titans with 2 points. The Titans bring it up, and you see the difference here. No pressure from the Blue Jays as they are settled in, and they let Hasselbrink take it all the way across the timeline. Dribbles hard, right side, right block, scores. Hasselbrink with 4, and it's a 26-11 lead. Merklin trapped in the backcourt. Gives it to Schaefer. Schaefer, they have 3 seconds to get this ball across. Schaefer still back there, gives to Maisto. Actually, no backcourts in women's basketball, so that's why they took longer back there, but no call on the violation. Schaefer with the jumper from 15, missed. Rebound, McMahon will score with the left hand. 4 points for Fiona McMahon, and the lead is cut in half. It's 26-13 now. Outside the arc, Gardner around a screen. Here's Shelby Jackson coming off the roll, and she's rejected by McMahon, who has 2 blocks tonight. Maisto is trapped, gets rid of it, knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Blue Jays. Coach Tethny Carrillo imploring her team to protect the basketball here. She's in her 5th season, a 68-51 record. And again has led the Blue Jays now to their best start in CCIW history at 5-0. Under 8 to go, first half. It's Maisto, top of the key. She'll push it along the left side to Merklin. Merklin dribbles with the right hand, now to Schaefer, to Ney. 10 seconds to shoot it. Ney, baseline, tough turnaround, came up short. McMahon bats the rebound, can't come up with it. Hasselbrink throws it ahead. Bielek stops on the right wing, cross-court feed. Gardner launches, short. Rebound, McMahon going to rip it out of there. And here come the Blue Jays. The fans imploring them to push it across the timeline. That's the best way to catch a pressing team, is in transition. Top of the key is McMahon, now to Schaefer, to Maisto. Nice ball movement here. Merklin's 3 is too strong. Nice rebound by McMahon. She can't get it to fall, but is headed to the line. The Blue Jays bench all jumped up as McMahon looked like she may have had a 3-point play. It just popped out on her. That's the 8th foul now on the Titans. That's 3 on Solari. So she's certainly going to have to head to the bench. And now a timeout is taken by Illinois Wesleyan. It is a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Elmhurst trailing Illinois Wesleyan 26-13 on BlueJayTV.com. The Blue Jays trailing the Titans 26-13. Matt Friedman back with you on BlueJayTV.com. Thanks for joining us this evening. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, we'll have the men's game between the Blue Jays and the Titans. Tim Calderwood will be on the call with you. Fiona McMahon is at the line for two. Blue Jays trailing by 13. McMahon hits the first. McMahon, a 68%er at the line. Second one follows the first one home, and it's a 2-for-2 trip for McMahon. She has 6 points. Elmhurst a perfect 4 of 4 at the line. The Titans are 6 for 6. The lead has been cut down to 26-15. It's a little 4-0 run for the Blue Jays. There's Gotthard with a steal, and she's fouled. Headed back to the line are the Blue Jays. That's 9 team fouls, so one more time for the 1-and-1, and then every foul after that one, the Blue Jays will have the double bonus. Tess Gotthard, the 5'10 freshman out of Hinckley, Illinois. 12 points a contest, 5 rebounds, led the team with 22 points and 10 boards in their win Wednesday night against Milliken. She hits the first, a 65%er with her first point of the night. She's really a force defensively. She leads the league in field goal percentage at 58%. The second one bounced out on her. That's the first missed free throw we've seen tonight. And now, out of bounds is called on the Titans. So it goes back to the Blue Jays on a 5-0 run. 7:02 left to go first half. And if they can make this manageable at halftime, they're right back in it. Vaughn across the timeline near side, where she's guarded by Hasselbring. Gives it off to Merklin. Merklin tried to fire it inside. It's stolen away, though. That is now the 7th steal for Illinois Wesleyan. Along the far side, Bielek to Gardner inside. The ball is stolen away by Gotthard. She does it again. Let's see if they can capitalize on that turnover. Vaughn stopped with the basketball, got rid of it to Gotthard. Baseline drive, threw it underneath, another steal. Here comes Gardner. That time the Blue Jays just getting themselves in compromising positions where they didn't really have a good outlet with the basketball. Bielek on the right side looking for a cutter. Instead gives it to Whitney Skurlock in the game for the first time. Averages 2 points, 2 boards. She's a sophomore out of Fairbury. 7 seconds to shoot it. This is Skurlock. It's way short. Underneath on the rebound. It's missed by Hasselbring, but she got her own board. Gardner's three. Good. That was a big one. 6 points for Melissa Gardner. She's hit a pair of triples. A little run for Elmhurst, but that three ended it. Inside, Gotthard had it knocked away and out of bounds. It's going the other way with the Titans. The Blue Jays had a 5-0 run there. We're trying to cut it into single digits, but Gardner got that second chance three and made no mistake about it. The Titans have the ball with 5:38 left to play. First half, they have a 13-point lead. They've led by as many as 15 in this one. Hasselbring calling for Gardner. Gardner on the right wing. She'll dump it to Skurlock. Nice leave on the pass to Lett. Lett crossover, driving baseline, past Gotthard, threw it up, drew a foul. Olivia Lett headed back to the foul line. She's 3 of 3 there tonight. That's team foul number 6 on Elmhurst, and the third on Gotthard. Lett now with 13 as she rattles the first one in. McMahon is back for the Titans. Lett has a rebound, a pair of steals. And she'll try to stay perfect at the stripe. Right foot in front of the left and hits it. So Lett is 5 of 5 at the line. It's a 31-16 lead for the Titans. Vaughn is trapped in the backcourt. She's in all kinds of trouble, and she traveled. That pressure is something you just can't prepare enough for. And certainly the Blue Jays and Coach Tethany Carrillo know all about it. They're familiar with this opponent. But it's just so difficult seeing it live in person, trying to deal with that pressure. Vaughn almost knocked it away, but it's kept alive. 18 seconds to shoot for the Titans. Post feed to Skurlock. Back outside McMahon. Now Skurlock high on the left. Gives it to Lett. Backs her way down on the right block. Driving inside Hasselbring. Pushed off on the baseline and scored off the glass. Hasselbring with 6. It's a 33-16 lead. Biggest lead of the night now for the Titans. They break the pressure. Ney has it inside the arc left side. Merklin pulls up. Right wing, 3, rattled out. Shot was no good, and that was Paige Picciotti, the 5'7" freshman guard, into the game for the first time out of Scottsdale, Arizona. It's a 33-16 lead. Skurlock, the up and under, and she knocks in that shot from 12 feet. Skurlock on the board. She has 2 points. And it looked like Elmhurst was going to try to make this manageable before the half. And while they tried, this defense again getting to them. However, it's picked back up by the Blue Jays, and now a foul is called. That lead had been cut down to 11, and Elmhurst was looking to get it down to single digits. But then a 9-1 run by the Titans to make it a 19-point lead, their biggest of the night. Ney at the line. It's a double bonus. And it came up short on the first. Ney with 4 points. Baltus back into the game for the Titans. Maisto is back for the Blue Jays. That foul was on Gardner. She now has 3. Ney's second, rattles around, no good. McMahon with the offensive board, throws it to the cutter, and Ney is headed back to the line. So Ney came up empty last trip. Let's see how she does this time. Megan Ney with 9.2 rebounds a game. That's the best in the CCIW. Timeout on the floor. It's a 35-16 lead for Illinois Wesleyan over the Blue Jays. Again, these teams are playing for first place in the CCIW. They are both off to 5-0 starts. This Illinois Wesleyan team is number 25 ranked by D3Hoops.com, and they are also receiving votes in the ESPN USA Today Division III poll. So this is a powerful team. Don't let that 12-4 record fool you, because the Blue Jays come in at 14-2, which is very impressive as well. However, this is a Titans team that started 3-4 and now has won 9 straight games. They're looking to make it 10 in a row, and they have really owned this series going back to 2006, the last time that the Blue Jays were able to beat the Titans. And that defensive pressure has been a staple under Maya Smith in her 14th season. The last win for Elmhurst over the Titans was on February 4th, 2006, a 76-72 win in Bloomington. Ney back at the line out of the timeout. She hits the first. Ney with 5. McMahon leads the Blue Jays with 6 in this first half. The second one, too strong. And the rebound to Lett with the outlet pass. Here comes Hasselbring across the timeline. She shovels it underneath. The ball is going to be stolen away by McMahon. 3:36 to go first half. Maisto brings it inside the arc. Now out to Vaughn, back to Maisto. Good ball movement here by the Blue Jays. Haven't seen much of that tonight. Merklin spins inside to Ney. Couldn't get it to go from the left block. Speeding ahead with it. That's a nice feed underneath to McMahon, and she'll score on the left block. Colleen McMahon with her first deuce of the game. 3:10 left to play in the first half. It's now a 20-point lead. The pressure is broken. Wide open underneath is McMahon. She has a long time to think about that one, and she scores it. 8 points for McMahon, and the lead cut back to 18. Under 3 to play first half. Matt Friedman with you on BlueJayTV.com. Battle of first place teams in the CCIW. Lett puts it on the deck, drives all the way in, shovels it up, no good. Rebound to Ney. And again, McMahon is out ahead, but the Blue Jays didn't see her. Vaughn spins away from traffic. 15-footer is short. Rebound to Skurlock. Skurlock pushes it to Hasselbring. Hasselbring across the timeline, far side. On the left wing, guarded by Maisto. Now she'll bounce it down low to Skurlock. Ball is moved to the corner. Lett driving on Ney. Spins, throws it up, and good. That was a pretty move by Lett. It sent Ney tumbling to the floor. Lett leads all scorers. She now has 16 first half points. Under 2 minutes to play first half. A 39-19 lead for the Titans. Vaughn went in and it was too strong. Here's McMahon underneath and Hasselbring. That's not Hasselbring, that's Baltus who scores with the left hand. Her first two of the game, and a timeout is called by the Blue Jays. 41-19. The biggest lead of the night now at 22 for the Titans as they continue to run. And you got to say, you have to be impressed with Olivia Lett so far tonight. She has 16 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and she's the CCIW's reigning player of the week, and she can score in a lot of different ways. We saw her knock down a deep three. We've seen her with the nice spin moves in the post, and then she's very solid at the free throw line. So she's leading this effort, but it's really a team effort. This is a team in Illinois Wesleyan that can run as many as 10 players deep. All of them know how to trap and create points off of turnovers, and that has been their key so far in leading this contest by 22. The Blue Jays had an early 7-5 lead, but have not led since then. 1:40 left to play in the first half. Vaughn in the backcourt. It's knocked away. They have a 2-on-1. Hasselbring throws it underneath, and it's scored by Baltus, who has 4 quick points. It's a 24-point deficit now for the Blue Jays. Vaughn lobs it across. Merkelin lost it out of bounds. Picciotti is back, and Vaughn to the bench for the Blue Jays. 1:22 left to play first half, and obviously a lot to discuss for Tethny Carrillo and the Blue Jays in the locker room at halftime. Top of the key is McMahon. Dribble handoff. Gives it to Baltus. Baltus over to Taylor Reber, the 5'9 sophomore guard, into the game for the first time. Off the miss, Merkelin rebounds. Again, McMahon really doing a great job running the floor. She was ahead of everybody, but Merkelin could not get rid of that pass in time and now throws it away. Baltus running one-on-one with Maisto to the rack, and she missed the layup. Nice job by Maisto to bother her. Picciotti off the rebound. They'll break the pressure. Merkelin to Schaefer. Schaefer, baseline drive, underneath, lays it in. Nikki Schaefer with her first 2 of the night. 35 seconds left to play first half. A 10-second differential, game and shot clock. On the left wing, driving in McMahon, and that's a tough baseline jumper that she knocked down from 10 feet. Colleen McMahon has 4 in the first half. Blue Jays may have the last shot of the half if they want it, trailing 45-21. Schaefer to the left side, Picciotti, and now it's McMahon who goes up and draws a foul. Bit of a late whistle, but a valid one with 8.9 left to play in the half. McMahon to the line, and that's 3 fouls now on Colleen McMahon. Only problem the Titans may run into is all this foul trouble that they have. McMahon sinks the first at the line. She's 3 for 3 tonight, a 68%er, and she's leading the Blue Jays tonight with 9 points. McMahon lobs the second one up and in. She's in double figures with 10. A 45-23 lead for the Titans, who have the ball and possibly the last shot of the half. 5 seconds left to go. Lett pulls back for 3, way short. and the clock stops with 1.3 left in the first half. The Blue Jays down by 22. Schaefer will look to inbound. The key here is just don't let it get it stolen, and the Titans convert. It's into Maisto, and the half will run out. The Blue Jays had an early 7-5 lead, but the Titans were able to really turn up the defensive pressure there late. Not really late in the first half, but ever since that 7-5 lead, they turned up that defensive pressure. And as we go to half, it's now a 45-23 lead for Illinois Wesleyan over the Blue Jays. Again, a battle for first place in the CCIW. Olivia Lett leading everybody with 16 points. Fiona McMahon leads the Blue Jays with 10. So they go to the locker room, and Tethny Carrillo and the Blue Jays will try to get things sorted out, at least try to avoid those turnovers in the second half and give themselves an opportunity. But they trail at 45-23. We will come back close to the start of the second half and tell you about some of the stats and get you set for the second half of play here on Blue Jay TV. Elmhurst College. I'm Matt Friedman with you on BlueJayTV.com. And at halftime, the Blue Jays are trailing the Wesleyan Titans by a score of 45-23. An early 7-5 lead about 3 minutes into this game for the Blue Jays. And after that, it was all Wesleyan in that first half. And really, I could go over a bevy of stats that had an impact on this game, but this is really all you need to know the story of this game. Points off turnovers, Illinois Wesleyan 26, Elmhurst 3. That really says it all because Wesleyan was forcing turnovers throughout that first half. 16 for Elmhurst and 10 for Wesleyan. And this Wesleyan team usually forces 21 a game. They've already forced 16, and it shows that it's their prowess on the defensive end that is taking over. Usually it's the Blue Jays who have been pretty good defensively, but this team, Illinois Wesleyan, averages 79 points a game, which is the most in the CCIW. The Blue Jays, the most points they've given up this year, 74 against Loris back on December 30th in a 74-67 loss. However, already 45 points at half for Illinois Wesleyan. Leading scorer is Fiona McMahon. She has 10 for the Blue Jays, 16 for Olivia Lett, as Megan Merklin, her 3 is off target for the Blue Jays. Nice rebound by Maisto, and that's Godhart with the bucket. Godhart has 3 points, and the lead is cut to 20 at 45-25. There's McMahon driving inside with the answer bucket, and she has 6 points. So it's now a 47-25 lead for the Titans in the backcourt. Merklin is trapped, gets it away to Godhart. Godhart across the timeline past Solari, stops on the left block and shuffled the shoes. Some foul trouble for Wesleyan as Solari has 3 fouls. So does Colleen McMahon and Melissa Gardner. It was a foul fest in the first half on the Titans side, but also they forced a ton of turnovers. They also are doubling up Elmhurst in the paint, 24-12 on points in the paint. Off the miss, the rebound for Fiona McMahon. McMahon was the leading rebounder in the first half, now has 7 on the game. Across the timeline, Maisto. Maisto to the top of the key. Merklin drives in, open lane, and scores. Merklin has 7. Titans push it quickly the other way. They had 8-2 edge and fast break points in the first half. They really move it to the other end of the floor. That's a tough off-balance shot from the right block. Olivia Lett off the window and in. She has 18 points, just 2 under her scoring average of 20 a game. Godhart in the backcourt along the far sideline, breaks the trap. Here comes Merklin pulling up inside the foul line. 12-footer miss. Godhart rebounds and scores. Goddard has 5 points. Underneath, McMahon out to Lett for 3. It's short. Rebound. Goddard fighting for it. They pick up the loose ball. Timeout called by the Titans. We will keep it right here. 18:02 left to go in the ball game. It's a 49-29 lead now for the Titans over the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have come out looking a little more comfortable here in this second half. Obviously, that was an important thing that Tethny Carrillo had to discuss with this team at halftime, is just avoiding those turnovers. Obviously, the Blue Jays didn't shoot the ball that well either, only 33% from the floor during that first half, while the Titans were 50% shooters. However, the biggest problem is the disparity in shots taken. Wesleyan took 34 shots in the first half. The Blue Jays took just 21, so that just means all those turnovers are not allowing them to even get the opportunity to put the ball in the hoop. Sometimes you're not going to have your best shooting nights, but if you're not getting into the offensive sets and at least having a chance to throw the ball at the rim, that's going to hurt your chances. So the Titans out of the timeout will inbound far side baseline. It gets lobbed out and picked up out there by Baltus. And the bucket was knocked down, and that was Lett. So Olivia Lett now with 20 points. Maisto threw it away, but McMahon stepped out of bounds trying to save it. It's Ney to inbound near sideline and gets the ball from the official. Megan Ney looking and finds Maisto. Maisto, right point, dribbles with the left hand. Out to Merklin, has an open 18-footer and splashes it down. Merklin with 9. She has 4 second-half points. And the lead is back at 20 at 51-31. It was a 45-23 lead at halftime for the Titans. There's a steal for Megan Ney. She threw it right back. And going to the line is Lexi Baltus. Ney with her first foul. She had the steal, but Baltus was just lingering in the backcourt. Came up with the theft. Baltus' free throw is good. Baltus with 5 points now. She's a 77%er at the line. She's out of St. Charles, a sophomore, averaging just under 4 points, 3 rebounds a game. She had 4 and 3 during the win on Wednesday. She'll hit both free throws. And the Titans are now 10 for 10 at the stripe. Maisto in the backcourt to Merklin. Merklin left of the circle across the timeline. Now throws it to Ney. Here's Goddard driving in, baseline, 12-footer is good. She has 6 second-half points, does Tess Goddard. 7 now on the ball game. Exploded for 22 in back-to-back games coming into this one. Under 17 to go in the game. Right elbow, Lett. Outside to Baltus. Lett driving in, baseline, and draws a foul. She's headed to the line for 2. Other scores in the CCIW today. Earlier, Wheaton knocked off North Park, 48-36. Carthage and Augustana are tied at 25 at halftime. Free throw is good. Lett with 5 second-half points, now with 21 on the game. Let's see if the Titans keep that streak going. They have yet to miss a free throw tonight. And they're now 11 for 12. Second one missed. Sometimes the broadcasters' jinx can work in good ways. As Merklin underneath to Goddard. She throws it up and in from the right block. That's McMahon on the bucket. Fiona McMahon leading the Blue Jays now has 12 points. And there's a loose ball picked up by Maisto. The Blue Jays within 19. Maisto right of the circle. Dribbles with the right hand. Crossover to the top of the key to Ney. Ney stops with it 18 feet from the hoop. Maisto 15 to shoot. Back to Ney. Ney driving in high on the right. Gets trapped. They need to get a good look here. Ney with the jumper from the baseline. It's across the rim. No good. And Lett pulls down the rebound. Lett going to take it by herself across the timeline. And now she fires inside. Solari lays it in. 7 points for Solari. That's the impressive thing about Olivia Lett. She averages 3.8 assists per game, second on the team. So she's a 6-footer, usually a forward, but she plays like a guard. There's McMahon wide open for a layup. McMahon has 14. It stays a 19, or it's back to a 19-point game, rather. Gardner has it on the left side, throws it inside, and Nay with the rejection. Fiona McMahon is scrapping for it, and a jump ball will keep it on this end. Elmhurst starting to force some turnovers, 2 this half for Illinois Wesleyan. Stephanie Mitchell will check in for the first time for the Blue Jays. 5'11" junior forward out of Roscommon, Michigan, averaging about 3 points and 2 boards a game. Shelby Jackson back into the game with 2 points for the Titans, who are inbounding near side baseline. Left block, Jackson. Nice give and go there. The layup for Hasselbring is good. Hasselbring with 8. It's a 58-37 lead. Here's Godhart. Godhart across the timeline, needs to watch her back. Mitchell in the corner. Ball is shuffled to the far side. Merklin pulls up, right elbow, stops and gives it to Maisto. Maisto with 10 seconds to shoot. Dribbles with the left hand to the corner. Lob underneath. McMahon threw it up across the rim. No. Godhart rebounds. Can't put it down, but is headed to the line. Tess Godhart to the stripe. She's 1 for 2 there tonight. Has 7 points. Elmhurst 8 for 12 so far tonight at the line. Free throw is good. Godhart second. Follows the first one in. So Godhart has 8 second half points, 9 on the contest. Jackson spins, rejected, and McMahon is whistled for a foul, to the disbelief of the Blue Jays fans. That's 3 fouls this half on the Blue Jays, and the first on McMahon, who already has 2 block shots tonight. Jackson sends the free throw up and in. Jackson now with 3 points. Blue Jays had an early 7-5 lead in this one, 3 minutes into it, but it has been all Titans ever since. Second free throw missed, and Stephanie Mitchell rebounds for the Blue Jays. Maisto calls off the screen and brings it across the timeline near side. Godhart on the right wing around the pick from Maisto. Dribble handoff to Merklin. She traveled. The ball goes back to the Titans. Hasselbring is going to take it across the timeline, angling right as she throws it. It was knocked away from Godhart, by Godhart rather. And now a steal by Merklin. Here comes Godhart on the run, and she's fouled. Olivia Lett with her second foul. And that's 2 fouls on the Titans this half. Lett to the bench. Solari is back. The Blue Jays with Mitchell on the court, along with Picciotti, who just checked in, Godhart, McMahon, and Merklin. This is Picciotti on the left wing. She will give it away to Merklin. Now McMahon, up fake on a 3, right side Godhart. Godhart driving baseline, shut off. Mitchell up top, Picciotti fakes, drives inside, and she gets fouled by Shelby Jackson. Paige Picciotti is headed to the line, the 5'7" freshman guard out of Scottsdale, Arizona.
Third team foul on the Titans. Picciotti to the free throw line, 2 shots.
Picciotti knocks down the first. Her first point of the contest. Second one is up and good. So Picciotti with her first 2 points, and the lead is cut to 59-41. 13:47 left to go. Jackson in the corner. Now Solari pulls up. That's a tough shot, and she missed it. Jackson, though, rebound, missed it on the putback. She gets it again, and it's a foul on the Blue Jays. A frustrating possession there because the Blue Jays within 18 points, and still a lot of time left in this one. You need to have those small victories like a stop on the defensive end. However, it's deflating when you give up those offensive rebounds and then a foul. And it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Wesleyan a 59-41 lead over Elmhurst on BlueJayTV.com. The Titans have the basketball in a 59-41 lead over the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Matt Friedman back with you on BlueJayTV.com. On the left side, hoisting the three, was Gardner. She missed it and got her own rebound. Way to chase down that rebound by Melissa Gardner. She'll try another three. Missed again, but another offensive rebound for Solari. That's 4 offensive rebounds this trip for the Titans by my count. The Blue Jays coming up with the stops, but unable to grab those rebounds. On the left wing with the ball is Bielek, who's just back into the game. Hasselbring driving on the baseline, got shut off, gives it up to Bielek. Bielek to Gardner. Gardner left point, 8 seconds to shoot it. Hasselbring pulls up. Solari with 5 seconds. Good patience here, but it's going to be a turnover. Back to the Blue Jays. It was a foul, a push called on the Titans. Jackson now with 3 fouls. And 4 team fouls on the Titans. The fouls are even at 4 apiece this half. Picciotti in the backcourt. Yells out the offense, and she'll bring it across the timeline. Working on Hasselbring. Now to Godhart in the corner. Godhart brings it to the left side. Left block, and put it up short. Rebound, Solari for the Titans. Hasselbring pushes it ahead. Here's Gardner. Gardner right side in the corner, guarded by McMahon. Now to Hasselbring, to Solari, left of the lane at the foul line. Jackson out to the right wing. Gardner steps back. Her 3 is short, fighting for the rebound. McMahon is going to be whistled on that push. Fiona McMahon with her 2nd foul. McMahon is back for Wesleyan. Gardner to the bench. The Blue Jays now 5 fouls this half. 12:17 left to go at R.A. Fagenal Hall here in Elmhurst. The Blue Jays trailing by 18, 59-41. Hasselbring driving inside. Nice give off to Jackson, and she gets the roll. Shelby Jackson now with 5 points. Under 12 left to play in the game. Godhart across the timeline for the Blue Jays. She'll slow up on the left wing. Hands off to Merkel, in threw it inside for Mitchell. It's poked away. And a player is down. Solari is down for the Titans, but they keep playing. McMahon rolls it on the rim, no good. Merkel in with the rebound and timeout on the floor. An injured player, it's Solari for the Titans. We'll have an injury timeout, and we will bring it back. You're watching the Blue Jays against the Titans. The Blue Jays trailing by 20 on BlueJayTV.com. Karen Solari for the Titans was helped off the floor and now is sitting on the bench being attended to. We hope she's okay as the Blue Jays have the basketball trailing 61-41, 11:36 left to play in the ball game. A battle for first place in the CCIW. Both these teams 5-0 in league play. Paige Picciotti has it for the Blue Jays, brings it to the right point to Mitchell. Mitchell to the left wing, Merkelin. Merkelin holds the ball over her head against Bielek. Gives it off to Picciotti, now to Godhart, right wing. Godhart looking and gets it to the corner right side for Mitchell. Mitchell underneath, McMahon turns around on the right block, came up short. Godhart battling for the rebound, has it on the floor. Picciotti will bring it back outside. Tess Godhart does a great job of throwing her body around on the deck. Now throws the three, it's around the rim, no good. Rebound to Lett. Good effort there by the Blue Jays on that possession. They got a good look, but Godhart had it pop out on her. At the top of the key, it's Bielek. Pushes it to the left side, now to the left block. Jackson goes up strong against McMahon, and the foul is called. That's always a tough one when the offensive player initiates the contact, and McMahon is just standing her ground. And you can see by her record of being third in the league in blocks with 1.6 a game, she does a good job of playing defense, but that time the call just did not go her way. Shelby Jackson knocks down the foul shot. She's now 2 of 3 at the line, and Jackson has 6 points. Second one is good. Just 2 free throws missed tonight for Illinois Wesleyan. They're 14 of 16. Picciotti dribbles with the left hand across the timeline, now to the left corner, Godhart. Godhart puts it on the deck with the right hand, comes around a screen from Mitchell, angles right of the lane, and threw it away. Had to try to save it in there, but gave it to McMahon for the Titans. She'll throw it underneath and out of bounds on the baseline. It goes back to the Blue Jays. Nikki Schaefer set to check back in for Elmhurst. Whitney Skurlock is back for Illinois Wesleyan. Ney is also back for the Blue Jays. Here comes the full court pressure. We've seen less of this pressure to start the second half, but it's back. Merkelin in the backcourt to Mitchell, went off her hands. Here's Lett driving into the lane. Gives it off left to the lane. Hasselbring tried to throw it outside, tipped away, but Lett has it back in the corner. Her three off the back iron, and the rebound to Merkelin. Schaefer wants to push it now for the Blue Jays. She brings it across the center stripe. Now to the top of the key. Right wing Picciotti. Picciotti lobs it out, cross-court feed. Merkelin fires the three off the heel. Picciotti rebounds. Picciotti gives it off to Ney. She went inside, missed. Merkelin rebound, missed it again, and Jackson scrapes down the board for the Titans. They want to push up by 22. Here's McMahon on the run. Doesn't get the roll. Schaefer fights for it and grabs the rebound, and now a jump ball. It's going back to the Blue Jays. .9:39 left to play. Elmhurst trailing 63-41. They've trailed by as many as 24 in this game. Had a brief lead of 2, 3 minutes into the ball game. Mitchell inbounds. Here's Picciotti. Picciotti across the timeline, far side, into the left corner, Schaefer. Schaefer still holds, 18 seconds to shoot. Now she'll put it on the floor. Hand off to Merkelin, top of the key. Dribbles with the right hand, cross over to the foul line. The jumper off the side of the rim, and the rebound is picked up by Hasselbrink for the Titans. Lobs it ahead to McMahon. That's what this team does so well. They can really push it down the floor off their turnovers and rebounds. Lett drives in, doesn't get the roll that time. And pulling away the rebound for the Blue Jays is Merkelin. 9 minutes left to go. Picciotti on the near side. She's going to drive past Hasselbrink, pulls up on the baseline, but nice shut off by Lett. Here's Ney inside, double teamed, and she's fouled. The Titans fans across the way have their hands in the air, wondering why a foul was called. But nonetheless, the Blue Jays are shooting free throws. Vaughn back into the game along with Maisto for the Blue Jays. Picciotti and Merkelin to the bench. Picciotti has 2, Merkelin with 9. The inbound to Mitchell, right wing. It gets swung to Vaughn. Vaughn around that screen from Mitchell, now to the right corner, Maisto. Maisto back to Vaughn. They're working the ball well here as Maisto wants somebody to post up or give her a screen. There's Mitchell to deliver the screen. Here's Vaughn driving in, right side of the lane. 10 seconds to shoot. Maisto to Vaughn. Pulls up 17 feet away. Missed it, but is going to the line. Vaughn fouled after she released that shot. That's on Amy Burton, a 6'1 senior center out of Libertyville, Illinois, in for the first time. Averaging 5.5 points and 3 boards. 6 fouls apiece in this second half. Vaughn will shoot 2 and knocks down the first. First point of the game for Devin Vaughn. She had 7 points, 4 assists in the win over Milliken on Wednesday. The team leader in assists and steals. She is a 73% foul shooter. Don't forget the men's game coming up next against Illinois Wesleyan with Tim Calderwood on the call, and the second free throw is good for Vaughn. The Blue Jays back to within 20, but running out of time here with 8:20 left to go. Top of the key with the ball is Baltus. She'll give it off to McMahon. Now Lett tries the open 3. It came up short. Mitchell knocked the rebound, but now it goes right back to the Titans. Burton goes up with it short. Burton gets her own rebound, middle of the lane. Right wing, it's McMahon. 8 minutes left to play. The Titans slowing things down a bit. The jumper by Skurlock is good on the baseline from 15 feet. Skurlock with 4 points. Back to a 22-point lead for the Titans. Maisto around that screen from Ney, and she's bumped. That will send the Blue Jays to the line with the 1-and-1. There will be foul shots after every non-offensive foul the rest of this contest. Maisto, scoreless tonight, had 8 points, 5 boards on Wednesday. 58%er from the charity stripe. It's a 1-and-1, and she'll get a second. Maisto's second on the club with just under 4 assists per contest. Gardner is back. McMahon to the bench for the Titans. Elmhurst will play at Carthage at 7:30 on Wednesday. That's their next contest as Maisto split the pair at the line. Playing for first place in the CCIW here, but it looks like their perfect run to start the CCIW season may be coming to an end. Their 5-0 start was the best that they've had in conference play. That jumper knocked down by Gardner, and she now has 9 points, does Melissa Gardner. Down low, the turnaround is good by Ney. Ney has 7 points. Here's Gardner, right wing. Down low to Burton. Working hard on the right block, spins it up, no good. Rebound to Lett. Lett in the corner, almost lost it out of bounds, but keeps it alive. They cycle it to the top of the key. Gardner fires it inside, backing down. Nice spin move by Lett. She traveled. She slaps her hands in disgust. Knows it was a nice move, but did not keep that pivot foot on the spin move. Mitchell to the bench. Schaefer is back, along with Ney. This is Maisto with the ball, Vaughn and McMahon. Under 7 minutes to go, it's a 67-46 deficit for the Blue Jays. The Titans looking to win their 11th in a row in this series against the Blue Jays. McMahon was in the trees there, got it out to Maisto. Maisto pulls inside. Nice left-handed runner for Jordan Maisto. Her first field goal of the game. She has 3 points. Driving is Gardner, shut off on the baseline. And now the ball is lost, stolen away by Schaefer. Maisto fires it ahead to Vaughn. Underneath, nice look. And that's Ney to lay it in. Ney has 9 points. It's a 17-point game. That's what you want to see on the fast break. 3 passes, the ball didn't touch the floor. And it was Vaughn to Ney for that layup. Under 6 to play. Lett is backing down, rejected by McMahon, and a foul. And again, disgusted looks from the Blue Jays bench. Not sure what more McMahon could have done there. She had to avoid the body contact while making the block. She has the long arms to do so. Maybe as she grows into her role, she's just a freshman now, she'll start to see the benefit of the whistles being swallowed in that situation. As the free throw is good by Lett. Lane violation on the Titans, so that free throw won't count. So now just one shot coming for Lett. Lett is 6 of 7 at the line and now has 19 points as she hits it. Blue Jays with the ball, down by 18, 5:45 left to play. In the corner, Schaefer. Now inside the arc to Ney. Schaefer with the 15-footer, clinks off the rim, and the rebound pulled down by Gardner. Gardner pushing it ahead to the left side. Baltus down low to Burton. Nice feed inside. Lett's going to drive in, and it's an offensive foul. You saw the coach, Maya Smith, jump up behind the official making that call. She didn't think it was an offensive foul. Blue Jays with the basketball, trailing by 18. 5:25 left to go as Devin Vaughn dribbles with the right hand across the timeline near side. To the right wing, Schaefer. Schaefer puts it on the deck with the left hand. It goes to the far side. Maisto has it on the left wing, looking for Vaughn. Vaughn recovers in between the circles. Right wing, Schaefer. Nice lob feed inside, and Ney draws the whistle and the foul. Well, they're calling them both ways. You have to say that, as that certainly could have gone without a whistle. Megan Ney at the line. She's a 55%er. 3 for 6 tonight, hits the first. Ney is into double figures with 10 points. She has 3 assists along with 2 rebounds tonight. Ney splits the pair at the line. This is Baltus. Baltus has it on the right sideline, now to the top of the key. Lett to Gardner. This Titans team really moves the ball with efficiency. There's Burton with the turnaround hook, and she banks it in. Burton with her first 2 of the night. Blue Jays down 19 with 4:40 left to play as Vaughn brings it to the right wing around that pick from Ney, spins it up, no, off the front rim, and the rebound is going to be picked away by Lett for the Titans. Again, they are still in a hurry. Even though they're up 19, they're not going to slow down at all, and there's Burton wide open on the left block to the left-hand layup. Timeout called by the Blue Jays. So Burton with a quick 4 points, 4:20 left to go in the game. The Blue Jays are trailing 72-51. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them on BlueJayTV.com. Matt Friedman back with you on BlueJayTV.com. 72-51. The Titans lead the Blue Jays with 4:20 left to go in the game. The Blue Jays come out of the timeout with Megan Ney, Jordan Maisto, Devin Vaughn, Fiona McMahon, and Nikki Schaefer on the floor. Maisto is in the backcourt, and she's going to dribble against Baltus across the timeline. Now pushes it to the far side, Vaughn. Vaughn holds on the left wing to Maisto. Maisto top of the key. Gives to Ney to Vaughn. Vaughn with 13 to shoot. Maisto going to bring it inside the lane. Threw it up with the left hand. It was rejected. It's out of bounds off of Maisto. The turnover starting to even out. 22 for Elmhurst, 19 for Illinois Wesleyan. It was really the story of the first half. And if Elmhurst wanted to cut down the turnovers in the second half, they did that. Had 16 in the first. 6 turnovers in the second half. Part of that, though, is the Titans have backed off their pressure defense a little bit. Maya Smith knows she can't run her players into the ground. Still a lot of games left to play in this season. Left wing, 3 in the air. It's off the back rim, and the rebound is going to be loose on the deck. It's picked up by Baltus. Baltus has it on the right wing. Now to Lett, and she walked. 3:31 left to go. Stephanie Mitchell, Paige Picciotti back into the game for the Blue Jays. Schaefer and Ney to the bench. We'll see pressure again from the Titans. The ball inbounded to Vaughn. Vaughn in the backcourt, looking to break the pressure, and does. Cross-court feed goes to Schaefer. Schaefer has it on the left wing, looking to make that post feed, but Mitchell was well defended. Now gives it to McMahon. McMahon on the left elbow, backing down. There's the give and go, back to McMahon. Score it, and the foul. What a night for Fiona McMahon, the freshman. She has 16 points. Came in averaging just 6 a night. Had 4 points on Wednesday. But using that athletic 6'1" frame, getting good post position. She's also got her fair share of points off of rebounds. So McMahon going to the line looking for a 3-point play. She's 4 for 4 at the line. The 68%er is 5 for 5 tonight. 17 points for McMahon, which leads the Blue Jays. 3:05 left to go. On the far side wing, passing that down low was Bielek. Now driving in, Sebring. Katie Sebring comes up short. She's in the game for the first time, a 5'10" sophomore guard. Here's Schaefer. Hands off to Vaughn on the right wing. Mitchell has it. Low post on the right block. Threw it up with the left hand. No. Rebound. There's McMahon. Missed the shot. The rebound to Baltus. Here come the Titans. 2:40 left to go. Baltus going to run all the way to the left lane. Out to Sebring. Her jumper missed everything. That ball's out of bounds, and it goes back to the Blue Jays. We'll see Haley Rowe appear for the first time, the 5'10" sophomore guard out of Byron, Illinois. She's in for Devin Vaughn. Vaughn goes to the bench with 2 points tonight on 2 of 2 from the line. Casey Reber, a 5'10" freshman guard, in for the first time. For the Titans, this is a game that the Blue Jays had a brief lead in, 7-5, 3 minutes into the first half, but it has been pretty much all Titans ever since, forcing turnovers and spectacular play by Olivia Lett, who has 20 points to lead all scorers tonight. Right wing, that 3 is off the mark, and the rebound to Reber. 2:08 left to play. On the left side, that's Sebring. Sebring slows it down. We see the Titans slow it down really for the first time all night. Reber bounces it down low. That's Taylor Reber in the game for the first time, so it's Taylor Reber, number 21. Casey Reber with the ball now is number 5. 7 seconds left to shoot. Ball goes inside to Burton. Her turnaround hook on the right block missed. Rebound ripped away. And it's going to stay on this end with the Titans. Whitney Skurlock back into the game. The Titans to inbound, far side on the baseline. It goes into Burton, now to Casey Reber. Down to Burton. Burton outside the right block. Now she'll back down against McMahon. Goes up, gets rejected by Fiona McMahon. It's kept alive by Reber. Casey Reber now to Sebring. Here's Burton left block. Wants to work on McMahon again. This time got the shot up, didn't foul, and the rebound, Casey Reber, is headed to the foul line. 5'10" freshman out of Bensonville, Illinois. 1:19 to go. Don't forget, coming up next, the men's game. Elmhurst against Illinois Wesleyan. Tim Calderwood will have the call for you on Blue Jay TV. The southpaw hits the free throw. The good free throw shooting continues. Illinois Wesleyan now 16 of 18. Second one off the back heel. And the rebound goes to Rowe. So she split that pair at the line. Left wing Schaefer has it for the Blue Jays. Up top, Pachotti's wide open. Her 3 popped out. Rebound is pulled down by the Titans, and here comes Casey Reber. Under a minute left to go. Reber, crossover dribble out to the left wing. Sebring. Sebring lobs it down low to Burton. Burton backing down left block against Mitchell on the repost now. Throws it out to the far side. Skurlock. Good ball movement, just trying to kill the clock. 10 seconds left to shoot it. Driving inside. It's Sebring on the baseline. Nice fake. Goes past her defender but missed the shot. Rebound. And the bucket's no good, but Skurlock will go to the line. Skurlock with 4 points tonight. That foul was the first on Rowe. Olivia Lett, 20 points to lead all scorers. 7 of 15 from the field, 7 of 8 from the line. Both free throws hit that trip. 30 seconds left to go. Left wing, Schaefer has it. Schaefer finds McMahon open. McMahon fakes on the 3, now to Rowe. 18 seconds to shoot. Pachotti fakes a 3. Here's Schaefer on the left wing, driving inside, and she's bumped. This will go as the first loss in the CCIW this season for Elmhurst. They'll drop to 5-1 in league play, 14-3 overall. The Titans about to win their 10th straight ball game to move to 13-4, 6-0 in conference. Number 25 ranked team in the D3 Hoops poll are the Titans. This will also be 11 straight wins in the series over Elmhurst. Elmhurst has not beaten the Titans since 2006. Schaefer hits the free throw. It's 3 points for Schaefer. She's now 5 of 8 at the line this season. Second one good. Schaefer with 4, 19 seconds left to play. Casey Reber across the timeline. Reber right of the circle. Let's see if they let the clock run out or if they have one more shot they want to take. Burton loses it back to Reber. 8 seconds to go. Reber backing down out to Burton. And it looks like this will do it. She will hold on to the ball. And the final score tonight, the Titans 75, Blue Jays 56. Take a look at some of the final stats. For the Blue Jays, Fiona McMahon led the way. She had 17 points to go along with 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, and a steal. What a night for Fiona McMahon. 5 of 5 at the foul line, 6 of 9 from the field. Also in double figures, Megan Ney, she had 10 points tonight. 9 for Megan Merkel and 9 for Tess Godhart. 4 points for Nikki Schaefer. 2 apiece for Devin Vaughn, Paige Picciotti, Jordan Maisto with 3 points tonight. For the Blue Jays shoot 36% from the field. They were 1 of 11 from downtown and 19 of 25, shooting 76% at the foul line. For Wesleyan, it was Olivia Lett who led the way tonight. She had 22 points on 7 of 15 shooting. She was 7 of 8 at the foul line, had 7 rebounds to go along with 2 assists and 2 steals. So Lett leads the way to this victory after being named CCIW Player of the Week last week. Britt Hasselbring had 8 points. Melissa Gardner also with 8. 6 apiece for Lexi Baltus and Colleen McMahon, along with Whitney Skurlock also with 6. Karen Solari had 7. So did Shelby Jackson. 4 for Amy Burton. 1 point for Casey Reber. And again, you see how deep this Illinois Wesleyan team goes as they were able to bring a lot of different players out there that made a good impact on this game. As we take a look at some of the final statistics, 22 turnovers for Elmhurst, 20 for Illinois Wesleyan, 14 steals for Wesleyan, 9 for Elmhurst. And on the rebounds, usually a place where Elmhurst dominates, they have a 4 rebounding margin coming into the game, but they were out-rebounded 47-33 tonight. Illinois Wesleyan shot 41% from the field, 17% from 3, and 86% at the foul line. Again tonight, it was an early lead for the Blue Jays, 7-5, and that was the last time they would see the lead as the Titans, with their pressure defense, were able to come out here, force a lot of turnovers in the first half. They took a 22-point lead into halftime, and they win it tonight by the final of 75-56. Don't forget that coming up next on Blue Jay TV, the men's game against Illinois Wesleyan. As you can see there in the corner of your screen, they're already warming up. And Tim Calderwood will be on the call with you coming up in just a few moments. Once again, for my producer Glenn, I'm Matt Friedman, and the final score tonight, Wesleyan 75, the Blue Jays 56. Thanks for watching this production of Blue Jay TV.